This is, wait a minute. What is this? Did it start the video? Okay, this is a video that we're doing. The other one did not take. The other video did not take. We did a video because right now we're on the way, about to be on the way to take mom to an ER, and we don't want her to lose sovereignty, or what do you call it, power of attorney over her own decisions. And we believe that there are family members right now trying about to do that. So I've been taking care of her now for since 2004, and no one else has. And basically, I've been her provider and stuff. So she just wants to speak her mind to let everybody know that the hospital that she wants to choose, and and stuff. I'll let you speak. Okay, so the hospital, and we're going to go to the primary first, but the hospital that we're about to take you to, do you want, I mean, if they try to admit you, let me ask this question the right way so nobody think I'm leading you. One, do you want treatment against your will?
Of course not. Nobody does.
Okay, so if you agree to being admitted, or if they don't try to force you to admit, if you agree to being admitted into whatever hospital you choose, when you're not able to speak for yourself, say because you had a mini stroke, right, and you were catatonic, and you couldn't hear me when I was speaking to you at the time. So when they try to if they were to administer something to you to make you sleepy or whatever, do you agree to sleep medicines?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you cannot speak for yourself, even though with the COVID rules and I can't be there.
Is that on?
Yes, it's on. When you can't speak for yourself, who are you allowed to be your power of attorney to speak for you?
My son, John Nicholas.
Okay, and who am I? Who's John?
As I said, he's my IHSS worker. He's my caregiver at home. All through the night, he's taking my blood pressure, and he sees to me. But my son, John Edward Nicholas, has power of attorney over me if I am incoherent and can't speak for myself. Other than what the first questions they always ask you is what year this is, and of course most people know it. But other than all of the questions that they're asking, I'm coherent and I can answer my own question. So I am power of attorney over my own body, and I don't want any medication that's going to put me to sleep. Anything I want to be able that Mr. Nicholas, my caregiver, can be with me in my room. I mean, when we go in. I understand primary is different from being in a hospital itself, because they're going to want him to wait out in a waiting room while they take me in the back.
Or
But
in the car?
Coherent. I'm coherent, and I can speak for myself. And if he's not back there, there's certain things, that they're going to ask him too while he's out in that waiting room. And then they're going to compare what we say about each other.
Okay, so I want you to remember also. So usually when you get to the hospital, sometimes they'll start trying to convince you against what you want, and they'll get you in the atmosphere of fear and nervousness, and try to make you make a decision on that. And if you say okay and change your mind, they'll usually say that's what she decided. It's called leading. That's called leading the person. So we're trying to protect ourselves from all of that, because right now there's something afoot. So now, of course, one question: do you want to be vaccinated or tested?
I don't want to be vaccinated. I don't want to be tested for COVID. I don't want that. I haven't had it all this time, and I'm not going to take it. And my body is really fine. I'm coherent enough to let y'all know that my body is in good condition. The only thing is I have gout in my foot, and I just need medication for the gout, and I'm taking pain medicine for it now and swelling. But actually, the gout medicine is what I need. And just because of that, they got me going through all of this stuff.
Yes, I've been with you the whole time.
Uh,
They've been not taking our
they,
appointments, pushing us
and
back
we have to
on the
run
gout.
from doctor to doctor, trying to find the right doctor that's going to take care of the main thing I went to the emergency for was the gout.
Now, but don't forget to mention the other thing going on in your body with the
Oh, that
afibrillation,
too. I
because that's
mean,
that's very
I'm a
important.
human being,
And
so of
we
course I'm a human being. So of course, there's going to be other reactions in my body.
and do you understand the importance of
I
when
do
you when
understand the importance of
okay,
being
let me
of
finish the question. Hold on. Do you understand the importance of when you have a minor seizure, minor a stroke,
yeah,
right?
I
And
do.
then they could come a major one, so they have to do a CAT scan. So do you agree to this CAT scan that these
Yes,
things
I
are needed?
do.
Solicitor calling me.
I do agree to the CAT scan
Yes,
for
yes, it's
from
very
the
important.
neurologist. I do agree for the CAT scan to show everybody that my brain is still good.
Okay,
Okay,
and also now uh,
show
did I
me.
ask you a question already? Did I convince you to get vaccinated or don't get vaccinated? I mean, did I convince you not to be vaccinated and not to be tested, or was that your own
No,
decision?
those are my own decisions. Nobody conversed me to take or not take it because a whole lot of people are taking the shots anyway.
Okay, now concerning your medicines, 2 years ago when Jessica, our doctor, before she took pregnant and went on maternity leave, she started weaning you from your one of your blood pressure medicines. And do you remember when I was telling you eventually we're going to have to wean off your medicines, little by little, right? Now, did I make you start weaning from your medicine? Did I start you weaning from your medicine? Did I do that?
No,
Okay.
no, the doctor did.
Well, the doctor started it. So,
Yeah,
but
she started it. She took me off of the enalapril first, I believe,
okay, so
and then
that
they
was two.
started weaning me. Then she left, and she didn't come back. So I was taking them every other
No,
day.
wait, let me make it clear. You still take the Nalpril. They just took you off for the triamterene because they don't trust it because of your kidneys, is what the
Yeah,
primary told us,
triamterene.
Christine.
That was
So
it.
a month ago, you started weaning every other day.
Every other day.
There are people in the family that believe that I made you do that
No,
and
he
that you
didn't.
didn't make a coherent choice for
You
yourself.
didn't make me do that. I did it on my own
Okay,
because I
so
wanted to get started weaning off some of the medications
okay,
for my health.
and so when we went to the ER and about your palpitations, about your what do you call it, your fibrillation, your AFib,
Yeah.
we asked them, does this have anything to do with the weaning? And each doctor we seen, ER doctor, said this has nothing to do with that. Is long. It goes back. You just started. You just started 4 weeks ago, right? You're back on your You're back full time on your simvastatin. So not simvastatin, your atorvastatin. But this started. Your AFib started, from what me and Richard noticed, it started way back in the summer. But it may even date back further than that, from what we know, or what we could tell. But right now, there are people feeling like we are malpracticing on ourselves, or I'm doing something to malpractice her, and
Oh,
so they're trying legal. Right now, they don't know that I know that they're trying something legal, and we have had to call legal people for ourselves when mom was being mistreated by like a Section 8 or discriminated by like a trying to move into a housing. We have called elderly abuse people. They come, interviewed us, and you know helped us through that. So most likely, I'm going to do the same thing again. Call them and find out what our rights are. Because right now some of her children feel like she's not being doing the right thing over herself. And one doctor told her was took a very long time getting to us, but he told her, you know, she was
I
going to
got it right.
die. She was going to die if she leaves the hospital and this and that. And mom said she wanted to leave. So I asked her if you want a second opinion, we go to another doctor, you know. and we didn't go that night. We went to, I think it was the next night or the night after. And when we got there, they said, we would like to get her in the bed so we can wait to see a cardiologist. But they told us that there's no guarantee that we would ever get a bed because there were so many people ahead of us. We could be waiting, what I was told, you could be waiting 24 hours to 36 hours. And they said because of COVID and stuff like that. So we couldn't stay. So I had to go through another channel, try to go through the primary to try to get her a cardiologist doctor. And they kept taking the wrong insurance information, and they said, okay, you're going to get a referral in the mail. So we had to wait for that. So when the referral came, it was denied because the lady had entered the wrong insurance information. When we told her, and the nurse told her specifically, you entered it wrong. Don't enter Humana, enter Medicare and Medicaid. And they went and did it the wrong way anyway. So they've been pushing us back in our primary. So let me round this up because it's getting late in the day. We have to go to the primary, and so we just want to do this quick video so that she doesn't lose any of her sovereignty over herself. She doesn't lose any power of attorney over herself. You know, when she gets to the hospital and they start trying to administer things to her. And so if she's in any kind of catatonic state, or if she's under the influence of medication, we know all about how people get medically restrained, and then people in the medical field will make the decisions for them. She is, by her words, telling them to pass it through me. So the other day they said they don't have to do that, but if it's her desire for them to do that, they need to call me on the phone. If I can't come in because of COVID reasons, then they can call me on the phone. So what we're concerned about is they might try to override her desire of how she wants to be treated, with not them kicking us out of the hospital, but with them just doing what they want to do against her will, or getting some other family member to go along with it, that has medical knowledge or whatever, people that have not helped us in all these years. And we've given them information, to help us. But they have their lives, and we don't shut them down for that, But so let's make sure this covered. Make sure this video, when I stop it, I want to make sure it works because the other one didn't work. So she's just protecting herself. She's doing this video to protect herself. And what else? We covered COVID. We covered testing. Administration. It's up to you, of course, to choose. Now, me and America said we want to take you to this hospital, that hospital, but of course, at the end of the day, the last choice is yours, where you want to go. And I know the other day you didn't want to go that far, as far as we took you all the way to Moore Park, to have to turn around, come all the way back to Santa Clarita to find an actual good hospital in Henry Mayo, or Mayo Henry Hospital. That's the last place we went to, was Mayo Henry or Henry Mayo Hospital. And she gave them a good report. And I sent the last video that didn't work. We did a video and it didn't work. It didn't record right. So
Well, I hope this one is working.
I hope so. So in the last video, we're going to close this, but in the last
Cut it
video,
short.
yeah, we're going to cut it short. But in the last video, you stated that your service at Mayo Henry Hospital was a good service, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to say that. I want you to say it because I'm not leading you to say anything. What do you feel at Henry Hospital? That last one we just
What's
went
the name of it again? Herb?
to? Not Herb. Mayo Henry Hospital.
Who?
Mayo Henry Hospital, or Henry Mayo.
Henry Mayo Hospital. I was
Yes.
satisfied with it. There wasn't a lot of people there. The waiting time was not long. The doctors and nurses were very polite. I felt very comfortable there. And that's why I like the Henry Mayo Hospital. And because I got seen quicker.
Okay, let me bring this point up too, because they're saying that it is negligent, more or less, for you to have turned down 2 weeks ago, turned down the advice of the ER to stay that night after the guy told you off and you're having a heart attack right now and this and
Well,
that. That's one physician's opinion.
wait.
The first physician's opinion was you just had strain, right? And you remember when he said, I got other patients, and then he stormed off. And you had to ask him, baby,
Yeah.
please don't walk away. Remember that? When you asked the doctor, baby, please don't
Yeah.
walk away.
Yeah.
And he had a bad attitude. So at that, we went to get our second opinion, right? So you had every right to that. You had every right to that second opinion. And we got the second opinion when we got a third opinion. So at this point, the very last doctor we saw at Henry Mayo Hospital, we brought up to them your blood work. They didn't even take blood work on you because I showed them the patient output, the patient online. I showed him the blood work. That's why they didn't take your blood work, because he went by your last blood work of the papers that I had. And he saw your numbers high. I told him about the stroke, everything. And he still said he was going to, I said, are you going to admit her? And this is when they was checking me out in the back. I said, are you going to admit her? They put me over. I said, are you going to admit her? And the doctor at Henry Mayo said, no, we're not going to admit her. We're going to send her home. So I said, okay. So then they released me because they had to check me out, my ankle. And they released me. And when I got in the waiting room, about maybe 5 minutes later, she came, they wheeled her out. So they released her. Okay. She didn't necessarily have to be released. And wait a minute, let me ask you. Did you ask to be released, or did they say, we're going to release you at Henry Mayo Hospital?
Oh, they said they was going to release me. But yes, they did say they was going to release. I didn't ask to be released. They said they were going to release me.
Okay, and this was after I showed them the blood work and let them know that you had the stroke. So the last hospital we went to said they discharged her. They said she didn't have to stay. So whatever happened at the hospitals before that is neither here and there compared to what the last doctor said. Okay, I think what they want her to do is come back and get up a whole nother thing where she can get a CAT scan. So this would be count as 2 visits instead of 1. Okay, so you didn't leave on your own thing. They asked you, they told you that we will release you. Okay, so we got that information down. So now let me make sure this video works. I'm gonna stop it at short because it's pretty short.
Huh?
I'm gonna stop this video. This
I
video
thought
is
it was
only,
already started.
no, I started it already. It's at 7. I said I'm gonna stop it because we're at 17 minutes right now, and I think if it goes too far, it's not gonna work. So with that, we have all that on file, and if we need to get anything in written, we'll do that too
Aggravation.
and stuff. Yeah, it is aggravating. I agree, and unfortunately, I'm sad that people that don't know that I know what they're doing
Oh.
right now behind our back. I think they should let us know what they're planning, you know, and so they don't try to get you in the hospital and then separate us and stuff. So basically, okay, so we're gonna drop it at that. We're gonna say Godspeed, God bless you, and hopefully we don't have to use this in any legal battles whatsoever over mom's condition. But she is willing to be seen. She's willing to be admitted if necessary. I have to call her back. She is willing to be admitted if necessary. Depending on what hospital she wants. Well, if they tell you they want to admit you, it's going to be up to you in the spirit of the moment to decide that. I can't decide that for you. It'd be up to you in the spirit of the moment to decide that. And if I can't get in there, then I'm giving you this. You can give them my phone number, and you can call me after you let them know who's taking care of you. You can call me. You can give them my phone number, and if you tell them I'd rather go to this hospital instead of that hospital, if my son's not welcome here, whatever the case may be, whatever's on your heart, I don't know what's going to happen in the spirit of the moment, but you can do that. You have my number and your phone.
Where's the Henry Mayo Hospital in Santa Clarita?
Santa Clarita. It's about 40 minutes. The one that Mary wants to go to is out in L.A. But she said she knows some people there. But well,
Okay.
and that's another thing. The people that are planning to legally take her away from her right, because what my sister told me was whether she don't want to go in or not, she's going in, which means an overthrow. That means they got to declare her incompetent behind her back. So for them to do that, they'll have to separate us. And with her having friends there, they're going to dictate whatever she needs or whatever. And she wants to be in charge of herself. So, right? Is that what you said? I'm not leading you.
Okay.
You already said you want to have power attorney for yourself and me. Okay, so we're going to say a bit is to do right now because I need to save room to do video at the doctor's
How
office
long is
when we
this
get
going to
there.
take now?
What? No, this is ending right now, but just for communication's sake,
Ending
just in case we do have to go to
is
court.
longer than the beginning.
Good humor. Yeah, these things are, but it has to be aggravating, but it has to be done. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your rights.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm okay.
Okay, so basically,
Okay. Get on with it so we can get this over with,
yeah.
please.
Well, I'm ending the communication right now, so I'll have room on my phone when we get to the primary to start another video there while they're interviewing us there and stuff. I may or may not let them know they're on video. Maybe I don't know what the legal thing is on that, but so we understand the whole thing. Okay, so Godspeed. We love you.